The professor goes on to say, "Let the Americans do what seems good to them, as long as it was possible, I should like to add, to veto anything from or influenced by the Disney studios, for all whose works I have a heartfelt loathing." As the letter was written in the same year that Disney's Snow White was released, many confused Tolkien's words as referring to that, when in reality it is not the case. Snow White was released towards the very end of the year in December, and Tolkien only watched it in 1938.
Hmm. What's Disney prior to Snow White?
I think that was their like first movie, right?
It was. So it would have just been Mickey Mouse cartoons, like really shorts, right?
Steamboat Willie or
Yeah.
whatnot.
Right. Which like funny,
Yeah, I
like
know.
like as soon as like the copyright went down on it, like I think there was like a trailer for like a Mickey Mouse horror movie.
Oh, I think people have known this copyright would end for years and have just been making stuff ready for it to.
I think the trailer dropped the same day that the copyright expired.
Really?
Yeah, I think so, and we could look that up later too. But like, I'm pretty sure like there's a horror movie coming out later this year, which features Mickey Mouse as the main killer. Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, not
actual Mickey Mouse, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Give it time.
It's kind of like Winnie the Pooh. I think the same thing happened with them. Like as soon as the copyright ended, then
they started making fun of the president of China. Oh, come on, you know what I'm talking about, right? No, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh no, yeah, I know what you're
talking
about.
Looks like Winnie the Pooh.
No, I was talking about like the Blood and Honey Winnie the Pooh movie.
Blood and Honey?
Yeah, it was like a horror. Yeah, it's a real movie. Got horrible ratings.
Okay, that's
so maybe up our alley.
Maybe. But it seems that J.R.R. Tolkien didn't like Disney prior to Snow White. Do you think Snow White would have changed his mind?
I would have thought Snow White would change his mind. Like Snow White's, I don't think it's like a novel, movie, but for 1938, that's pretty good, I would say.
The animation is pretty spectacular if you think even like now I would look back at like Snow White animation being better than maybe like the 40s or 50s era of Disney, like Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. I think that the art is much better in Snow White. Personally.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like they, do you know that game Cuphead?
No.
No? Oh, dude.
Cuphead.
Well, this is a fun time for like if you're into gaming and you want a date night game night,
okay.
Cuphead. It's a fun 2-player game where it's all 1930s sort of animation, where you fight bad guys in like sort of a 1930s style animation, which is pretty fun and cartoony.
Is the hero Cuphead?
Yes, and his brother Mughead. And literally, they are a cup and a mug, and they shoot like out of their fingers. It's not a very like complex game. It's a very basic platformer, like you would expect out of like maybe the 1990s side-scrolling kind of games. But it's just the animation that's pretty fun.
Okay, you appreciate it for the art direction.
It looks like you're watching a Snow White movie, kind of like a modern, like kind of Snow White-esque movie in a fun way. Anyway.
Yeah, I think what he maybe just thinks Disney wouldn't do Lord of the Rings proper justice. They boil it down too much.
It's very possible. I mean, they do that with a lot of other like fiction, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're known for.
That's what they're doing with Marvel, with Star Wars. Actually, not boiling it down. It seems like they're overcooking it.
Well, that's Marvel, and definitely Star Wars too. To be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care that they killed Marvel because
you weren't.
I'm
not much of a Marvel guy before.
But Star Wars pisses me off for sure. I will maybe watch the Deadpool trailer together. Have you seen it yet?
I haven't seen the Deadpool trailer. No.
I think we're gonna watch this at the very end of this video. We'll probably watch the Deadpool trailer and react to that. Okay.
Okay.
Wherever we finish on this video. So.
Considering his dislike of Snow White is perhaps the most famous part of this discussion, what did Tolkien loathe so much about Disney even before Snow White's release? Well, it seems to me that, as in the letter mentioned above the matter discussed is art, his dislike of Disney must start there. Tolkien appreciated good storytelling, and above all, he appreciated treating children with a little more maturity when trying to convey messages to them, and especially when it came to fairy tales. Based on later letters, as well as his essay titled On Fairy Stories, Tolkien did not appreciate the increasingly popular trend of the time, especially in the media and the products he felt Walt Disney was producing, of dumbing down storytelling for children, of changing and corrupting previously mature fairy tales under the misguided idea that children would not be able to understand, or that they should not even try to, in order.
I'd be curious to read that essay. It sounds like an interesting essay.
It does. What's the shoot? I shouldn't have paused without knowing the name of the person I want to talk about. Are you familiar with like movies like Secret of Nim?
Yeah, that's a great movie from what I remember.
Do you know the name of the animator? He's a pretty famous animator for the later part. He also did a I think like an American Tail with the mouse. No?
I don't know about that one. I know Secret of Nim.
Okay. That's his big one. I'll say that. I'm okay. I'm gonna look this up real quick because I don't want to Don something. I think it's Don. Secret of Nim animator. But you know the movie.
Yeah.
So
kind of want to rewatch it now that you brought it up. I remember enjoying it.
It's a very good movie. Shit. Why does it go to images first? I don't understand. Creator. How about that? I apologize. It's not good content, but it's actually important. I want to be nice. Again, it goes straight to images. I don't know why my phone does that.
Interesting.
Don Bluth. God.
Don Bluth.
I knew the name. I swear to God, I just forgot it. So Don Bluth was a American animator from the 1980s and early 90s, and he made a lot of good movies. Secret of Nim being his classic. I think he also made An American Tail. It's a good movie. And I'd probably bring up a few more big ones. Oh, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh, yeah. Great movie.
Yeah. So his philosophy, I think it matches more with Tolkien than Disney. But his philosophy of storytelling to kids is basically any kid can handle any story as long as there's a happy ending. So you can put your kid through the ringer, like give them every trauma dump you can possibly imagine, scary imagery, terrible losses, depression, death, anything. As long as there's a happy ending, the kid will be fine.
Okay. It's like your typical hero's journey, you know?
Yeah. You can't give a kid movie. What would be a bad movie to show a kid?
What's that one with Daniel Day-Lewis? There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood. Okay, I was thinking like Requiem of a Dream.
Oh yeah, that's.
We could probably go on a long list.
I mean that's there in the title.
Yeah, worst movies ever to
show children.
To show children, yeah.
Requiem for a Dream is definitely up there.
You think of any others?
Blood, Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, but the basic idea would
Titanic.
I think kids can handle Titanic, except for my brother. Funny story about that.
He couldn't handle it?
And I don't know. I mean, like, so that was a huge movie back in the 90s, and my parents wanted to see it, and but they had kids and they couldn't get a babysitter, so we all went to go see it. And I don't know how old my brother was at the time when he saw it. But I remember liking it as a kid even then. But like my brother must have been traumatized because all he did for the next like month or months was draw people like dying in the water. Like he was like I'm serious. Like that's one of the biggest jokes in my family actually.
Really?
Because,
I never knew that.
Like yeah, like my dad, like parents bring their kids drawings to comfort them at their workplace. My dad has pictures of like boats sinking and people dying in water, like at his office.
Like what did you do to him? We just watched Titanic. Maybe it's just one of those age things for kids. Like if you're like an 8 or 9-year-old, more.
Yeah, I remember thinking Titanic was spooky with all the dead bodies in the water and like everyone's dying, but it didn't traumatize me. I thought it was cool.
No, I don't think it traumatized me either.
No.
I think I generally enjoyed it.
Do you have a most traumatic movie from your
Ooh.
childhood? Like a movie that sticks with you.
Oh,
like,
I do.
What is it?
I never actually saw the movie, but the trailer haunted me for a time.
Oh yeah, what is it? Come on,
It's
say it,
called Dracula 2000.
dude. We fucking went over this. We
Yeah,
watched.
you remember?
We have a video that I haven't published yet, I don't think, but we have a video where we're reacting to scenes from Dracula 2000, and I think it was funny.
I don't know why, but it gave me nightmares.
Oh my god, that's so amazing. You just saw the trailer and it scared you. I mean,
I never saw the actual movie.
Yeah, I think we watched it for the first time together. Like, we watched scenes from the movie, not the whole movie, but we watched scenes. I still have that video, like, saved on my computer. I just haven't published it yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm embarrassed to admit, but yeah, that one traumatized me.
Do you have a
I
film?
think Bambi traumatized a lot of kids, actually.
Bambi. Oh, okay. That's a
Yeah.
good example of, like, hey, Disney can do some serious stuff.
Yeah,
Does anyone remember anything about Bambi after the mother dying?
that's exactly it, right? Like, no one really remembers all the good parts in Bambi.
I can't remember anything that happened in Bambi other than the mom dies. That's it. But
I know, yeah.
of all, like, children's movies, that's one I've not rewatched as an adult.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting.
We just watched Finding Nemo. We watched Finding Nemo. It was movie night. My wife chose for last Friday Finding Nemo. She really wanted to watch a cute movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good movie.
Yeah,
I don't mind that one, but and there's death in that, and then there's like trauma, but it has a happy ending.
Yeah, something about Bambi, I think maybe. I mean, I remember it being a good movie, and like, I just remember feeling sad at the end.
Do you remember? Were you ever a big watcher of Friends?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do you remember like when Chandler's explaining why he couldn't cry at Bambi?
No.
Okay,
I do recall something like that, but I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, it's a funny scene just because Chandler was just talking about how he's never cried at a movie because movies aren't sad, they're not real. And then Joey says to him something like, "Well, didn't you cry at Bambi when the mom died even?" He says, "Yeah, I thought it was really sad when they stopped drawing the deer." It's kind of a cynic's approach to movies that you know it's all fake, so you can't emotionally connect with it. It's kind of sick, actually.
I don't think kids are supposed to be born cynics.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I can emotionally relate to a lot of characters in movies. I can't think of the last movie I can maybe very visibly, almost like on the shed of tears. Like, I don't know if I actually cried, but I felt like I was gonna cry. Was I Am Legend.
Oh yeah, when the dog dies.
When he strangles the dog, I was like,
Yeah.
damn, that's his only companion in the world. He loves that thing, and he's killing it. It's so sad. It's a terrible scene.
Yeah.
All right. You ever
Maybe it was
cried?
Will Smith killing himself in a way. His career.
No, he's had movies since then. Him
Good
killing
movies.
his career was slapping Chris Rock.
Oh well, yeah, that put the nail on the coffin.
I don't even know if it has. Has he been in anything since then? I don't know.
I guess he was nominated for actually no, he won the Academy Award, didn't he, that year?
They're not going to take away his award in the middle. It's like, we voted and we decided it was going to be Will Smith, but because he just slapped Chris Rock, we're changing our minds. That would be interesting, though. It'd be like La La Land.
I guess even the Oscars have to be entertainment, right?
Nah, no one watches the Oscars anymore.
That's
Do you even
true.
know any movies that are nominated for Best Picture this year?
Yeah, I've seen a few. Poor Things.
Never heard of it.
Barbie was nominated. No, wasn't. No.
I did see
Not
Barbie,
Best
but that got
Actress.
nominated for Best Picture. I mean, I think it's a fun movie, but it's a basic comedy. That's a Best Picture.
That's where we're at right now.
Oh my god! How about Oppenheimer? Was Oppenheimer nominated?
It was. I think Oppenheimer got the most nominations.
Okay, I haven't
haven't
seen
seen it, though.
Oppenheimer yet, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I have my doubts about it.
Okay.
Honestly,
Do you have a prediction who will win?
probably Oppenheimer.
Okay, so but it's not worth it though.
Yeah,
Okay, not Christopher Nolan's best.
I'll watch it, but I don't know. Not probably not his best.
What's your favorite Christopher Nolan Leonardo DiCaprio movie? Because I know how much you love Leonardo DiCaprio. Which I'm planning on watching a Leonardo DiCaprio movie probably tomorrow. I've never seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I really want to see it.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yeah. You fucking hate Leo. Why are you saying
I'll
it's a good
admit,
movie?
he's in good movies. It's just him.
It doesn't make any sense. I like his movies. I just don't like him. All right.
Exactly.
Fine.